Hi, I'm Gary from New Again. We've been making cars like New Again for over 30 years. So, the reason for the video is to show you a little bit about ceramic coatings. So, what is a ceramic or nano coating? Well, you might have heard of it. You might be thinking of putting a coating on your car. I'm going to give you our version of what we understand it to be and how it all seems to work. Okay, so we've been putting car sealants on for years and years and years. And the market leaders, I've got to say, have been terrific. You know, if you're having it done at the dealer, there's the convenience of it all. And a lot of the dealers roll it in the deal nowadays. So, you know, it's very tempting to say yes and have it all done, and you get your guarantee, and they do the fabric, and you get your sports bag that goes in the boot. And then you're looking out online now, well, what's a ceramic coating? What's a nano coating? I'm seeing all these bottles of stuff. It's very expensive, don't really know. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about what it is all about. Okay, so firstly, I've got a few bottles here of the traditional sealants, the ones we've been doing for many, many years, and we still do them, a lot of them. First defined difference for me is that if you get this sealant down the side of the bottle, this is one of the market leaders, and this is their new version, and it doesn't go hard. So it's not going to go hard. It's not permanently as hard as your paintwork. And, you know, if you're a novice and you're going to put this on, then obviously, you know, you don't want it to go too hard. You don't want to get in trouble with it because it, you know, obviously you can't get it off if it goes too hard. So, there's another one. This is one we put on a car recently. We were asked to do it because we do deal with problems on cars and had to be reapplied. But again, if you actually look at the raw product, this is like a cream polish. And yes, it does last. I mean, I'm not going to knock it. It keeps the car clean and shiny. Yeah, okay. Right. Now, this is the fireball range here. This is one of the top ones. We've been doing this for quite a few years now. This is an old bottle, and the actual stuff in the bottom of the bottle there, you might be able to see that, but it's gone like glass. So, and then if you see on the outside of the bottle, it's actually gone rock hard, and it actually does go harder than the paint. So, okay, so where does that work for me then? This is what it's like in the bottles, by the way. It's like a varnish, and we put it on with special applicators. So, a bit more about how we do it. You've got to prepare the car so it's perfectly clean, perfectly dry, and it's an older car, we've got to get the paintwork as good as you can. If it's a newer car, then we'll also buff it, believe it or not, just to get it perfect. Then it's prepared with alcohol, then we airline all the gaps so there's no water in anywhere, and then we have to dry it until it's absolutely perfect in a clean, dry workshop to put it on. Because you can't afford for a fly to land in it, you can't afford for it to go off with a little imperfection, because it is like a lacquer. So we put a coating on it first of all. It's all prepared, first coating goes on, then there's a number of hours before you can then put the second coating on, and then it's on. And when it's on, you can't get it off. So it's got to be done correctly. So why do you want this stuff? You know, well, if you've got a car that's kind of a bit average to you and you just want it to look okay, then yeah, I mean, maybe the old style sealants are good for you. You know, if you've got a car that you may have spent a bit of your hard-earned money on it, then you might want to protect it a bit better. Now, let me just tell you what we're talking about there. You're talking about the protection elements are a lot of these modern car washes now, these hand washes, they're using strong chemicals, and they will stain the paintwork, they stain the metalwork. I'm not a great lover of that stuff, so if you're going to go to your local guys, I'd ask them to avoid it, because it will wash all these kind of sealants off over 2 or 3 cleans. You're wasting your money. The stuff is a bit like oven cleaner. They use it in the pump-up sprayers, and they used to spray it on the wheels, and now they spray it on the bodywork, and it strips your wax, it strips everything, and then they quickly dry the car off, and you go and you don't even think about it. These products are resilient against those. Once this is on, the only way you're going to get this off is with wet and dry. So it has to be sandpapered off, and that's what the body shop would have to do if they resprayed a panel. So I'm not going to say have this done and then go to those car washes. It works to have a combination. Firstly, when you've had it done, you will have to wash the car about half the amount of times because of the hydrophobic effect. The water beads up and rolls off it, and you know it's shiny even when it's dirty, but then you clean it and then it's clean. So a lot of people will go back to the old style and actually clean the cars themselves, get a bit of exercise, clean it, dry it, make it look good, and there's varying products out there that are designed to work around these ceramic coatings, so you can wash it and clean it, and it will give you a lot more pride in cleaning it because the car looks amazing. You know, I don't know how many of us have had new cars, but new cars to you, when they're all clean and shiny, you get a great feeling about driving a car that is clean and shiny. And, you know, okay, so you've had it 5 years, 3 years, 2 years, you know, you don't realise that your car's looking older and it's not looking quite as good as it did, and it's only until you park it next to a new car that you actually realise the difference. So, yeah, a lot of people get the cars all clean and buffed up. We've been doing it for years. I'm going to sell it. I'm going to try and get as much as I can for it, you know. Well, maybe it makes a bit more sense to have the car still looking lovely, you know. If you'd had a coating done on it and looked after the car and serviced it and managed it well, then other people that are looking on the Auto Trader or on the internet for cars, they're looking at pictures of cars. There's the one I want. You know, it's all clean and it's glossy. That's the one I want to buy. So, of course, you get more money. Of course, you're going to get more money for it. So, don't buff it all up when you're selling it. Get it looking lovely when you own it, and drive it round looking beautiful whilst you own it. And, you know, keep it all protected, make it easy to shine, easy to clean, and always shiny. And so that when you do one day come to sell it, it drives away, and it looks fantastic, you know, and then you've got as much as you can for it and taken the benefit of having a nice, clean, honest, shiny car. So, how do I get it? You can give us a call. You can have a look on our Facebook, and you can see a lot of the examples of cars we've done. We will need your car for a day or two. So give us a call. We'll tell you a little bit more about the costs. And yes, I've got to say they are a little bit more expensive than the traditional kind. But yeah, they're really worth it. I think they're fantastic. You know, we've done all our cars. So give us a call or have a look on our website, a bit more detail about it. And or you can email us, or you can just pop in. Okay.